Okay. What other tea was there? So Jen and Rishi are supposedly toast again. I don't know. I don't buy that they're like totally over. I just don't. But we'll see. Oh, real quick, a lot of gossip this past week that Darcy from Darcy and Stacey and Georgie are back together. Wouldn't shock me. Wouldn't shock me if we see him again on the next season. Darcy and Stacey have done my show 3 times. The last time we were on, I asked them about the rumor if Georgie was with Aaron Carter's ex fiance, Melanie. They totally downplayed it, made it seem like absolutely not. That would never be the case. It was totally a mixed up rumor. I don't know. So it's interesting to me because Darcy seems really into Georgie. So maybe there's a chance they're getting back together. The other thing that was so big, Welcome to Plathville. Now, Welcome to Plathville is so much, just the tragedy of Micah Meggs. Thank you guys. Some of you corrected me. I kept saying Micah Plath. It was not Micah Plath who passed away. Micah Meggs, Olivia Plath's 15-year-old brother, passed away in a electric bike accident in Virginia. He was struck and killed by a Honda there 2 weeks ago. Very sad. I've not seen any updated posts from Olivia Plath. Obviously, she's getting flooded with support as she should. Her family, Ethan, and we saw a picture on Mother's Day where Lydia Plath celebrated with some of her siblings, Isaac Plath, the younger girls, and her mom, Kim. They all looked great. I mean, Kim Plath looks amazing. And if you want to catch up, every Wednesday I do the TLC Talk recaps, which is the biggest gossip in the TLC world. Rumors, we have fun, we speculate. Some of it's actually confirmed. And I get a lot of insider tea because I have almost all these 90 Day Fiance celebs and TLC stars on my show, including Sean Robinson. But the other big news that's coming out of Welcome to Plathville is Max Kolschmidt. So do you all remember Mariah's boyfriend, very serious boyfriend? They'd given each other promise rings, or he'd given her a promise ring. We just had season 4, so season 3, because it was very shocking news. He ended up cheating on her. And then we saw at the start of like season 4, she was like devastated. It was awful. Max Kelschmidt came on my show, confirmed, went into detail about the cheating. It's on my YouTube, Sarah Fraser Show, Max, Welcome to Plathville. Search any of those things. It'll come up because it was about a year and a half ago he appeared. Max Kolschmidt just dropped yesterday a picture on his Instagram with this beautiful blonde woman and a baby that looks like she's less than 2 years old. And it was like simple happiness life or something. And I'm like in the comments, like, what? Who and the what and the where? I mean, is this child yours? Like, are we married? What is simple here? Are we simple about not being on Welcome to Plathville? So he's apparently going to become a stepfather. I do not know any details about the woman. The picture is, he's getting just a ton of discussion. He mentions that he's going to be stepdad Max to be here with a muscle and a shirt or a kind of arm up. People are congratulating Max Kolschmidt. And then, of course, people are trolling him. Hopefully you don't cheat on this girl like you cheated on Mariah. I got a ton of shit for the interview that I did with him because he was so distraught. These kids are like 22. Now, look, I don't know if Mariah Plath ever followed me. I don't remember, but I think I certainly know she doesn't follow me now. I had heard that they were, I don't know if Ethan, but I do think some of the family members were upset about the interview with Max Kolschmidt. They felt like I was too sympathetic to him. I just, to me, it's like people make mistakes. They were young, they were dating. They both came from very religious upbringings. I think they're trying to find themselves. I just didn't want Max to beat himself up so badly. You're on this TV show. It's like Tom Sandoval and Raquel from Vanderpump Rules. I mean, is it shitty what Tom did? Yeah. But I mean, do I hate Tom Sandoval? I'm sorry, I don't. Would I date him? No. But I think Max Kolschmidt is young. He clearly wasn't in love with Mariah. He's clearly in love with this woman. God's rejection is your protection. Hopefully Mariah's moved on. She seems beautiful, happy. And it's hard. I've been cheated on, I've been the cheater. It sucks. It sucks. You never want to do that. You hopefully never want to do that. But you're 22. You left the Bible at home and you got 2 Bud Lights in your hands. Stuff happens. So anyhow, that picture was rocking my TikTok. And if you want to follow me on TikTok at the Sarah Fraser Show, you can go there. The other place is I have a Reddit, reddit.com/the Sarah Fraser Show. All my interviews, if you want to discuss them in detail, what you like, what you hate, what you wish I'd asked. If you hate me, if you hate the show, dump it there. Reddit.com/the Sarah Fraser Show. By the way, this is one of my most highly rated episodes of the week. The other thing is, a lot of you listening, you love escapism like I do. You love reality TV, but you work for big companies and brands. Time to advertise in podcasting. Podcasting is the number one way to reach engaged audiences, and the Sarah Fraser Show has hundreds of thousands of downloads every single month. Want to be on with a top podcast? I would love to talk to you and share with all these amazing people your brand, your company, or maybe yourself. Maybe you have a podcast. You can inquire about rates at the Sarah Fraser Show at gmail.com. I would love that. Love to work with you. Lastly, today, the other big thing that's going on is a cancer diagnosis in the sister wives world. This one's wild. David Preston Jessup. Now, I'm sure you're thinking to yourself, how in the hell is he connected with sister wives? It's the ex-husband of Robyn Brown, Cody Brown's only wife. He's been diagnosed with leukemia, and the family is raising money for his care. David Preston, the mysterious ex-husband of sister wife star Robyn Brown and biological father of her oldest 3 children, has been diagnosed with cancer. There's a GoFundMe on it. Now, on the GoFundMe, they're looking to raise $50,000 for his care. His fight for leukemia, they're over $4,000. He's a nice-looking guy, by the way. I had never seen him. Now, there's a caveat here. Robyn has always alleged that he was very, very abusive. In fact, lots of stories have come out that he was so abusive. Robyn really relied on the sister, on Christine and Mary and Janelle when they first came into the family, and how abusive he was. So that is, alleged. I've never heard his side of the story. Now, in the picture on the GoFundMe, he has a wife and 4 other children. So he has 7 kids total. This was put up by Stacy Jessup. She says, my brother-in-law, Preston, went in for a routine eye exam. His amazing doctor saw something that concerned him and sent Preston for testing. Turns out Preston has a chronic myeloid leukemia. The course of action was to have him take pills that would keep it under control and eventually put it in remission. The expectation was that he would need to stay on these pills for 10 to 15 years. After taking the first round of chemo pills, as Preston calls them, he was having serious internal problems, and his numbers are not coming down like they hoped. He was scheduled to start another round of chemo pills, but has been told his second round will likely destroy his heart and arteries. Because of this, he's opting to take a more natural approach. This is extremely promising, but also extremely expensive. Of course, insurance will not pay anything on natural remedies or treatments. He's been working with wonderful, knowledgeable, caring team of doctors. Yada, yada. Their finances have been hit really hard. Okay, sorry. I don't know about the natural thing. I'm sorry. I believe in medical science when it comes to cancer. I could be wrong. Again, I'm not a doctor. Do whatever the fuck you want. I just have seen way too many people think that they are going to cure cancer with carrot juice, and it never works. Research Steve Jobs. Also, there's an interesting article in Vanity Fair this month about the medical medium. Have you guys followed that guy? Seems like he's a crock of shit too. Allegedly, okay? He's got a huge following. People love him. But he apparently he can call you up on the phone and give you a reading about your body over the phone. I don't believe that shit for one second. I'm sorry. Now, do I believe that medical, pharmaceuticals in our country is for profit and that's a problem too? Yeah, 100%. You got to mix. But there's a lot of good science out there. The progress that they've made in cancer is unbelievable. And people say to me, well, Sarah, cancer, chemo, there's side effects to this. They want to keep you sick. Side effects either way. It sucks. It sucks. There's no, you have to find good doctors that you believe in, that are good people, that are not there to hustle you. You got to pick a course of action. I just don't believe in the natural remedies, but you're welcome to donate. What do I know? And then, apparently, even though Cody adopted the 3 children that Robyn had with David, and David resides in Montana. He has maintained a relationship with him over the years, although it's been quite secretive what in fact it is. Also, the Ashley reported back in 2015 that Preston is the first cousin of ex-wife Christine Brown. It's all very incestuous, isn't it? Honey. It's a little incestuous for me. And look at me. I live some great polished life, you know. Apparently, Preston is very happy now. He has an amazing wife and 4 beautiful children, more determined than ever to beat this. Interesting. So there you have it. If you want to find out more, the GoFundMe, you can just simply search David Preston Jessup. Okay. A lot more great podcast episodes to come this week on the Sarah Fraser Show podcast. Tomorrow, Natasha Elisa. If you're a DC fan, you know her. She's a very popular mommy blogger there. We talk about, can you have platonic friends of the opposite sex when you're married? Love for you guys to weigh in. Friday, hernia doctors, top hernia doctors in the country are on the show, Dr. Fullington and Dr. Reinhorn. Why are they joining the show? Well, hernias, 25% of all men will have a hernia, 10% of all women. And you talk about good doctors. These two are amazing. They talk about going against the grain of the crazy pharmaceutical company. They talk about their tactic for hernia surgery has saved people from being on narcotics, has saved people from chronic pain. And lots of times when people tell you you have a hernia, you don't even need surgery. You need to call these guys at bostonhernia.com/TSFS. Anyway, if your hubby, you know, because it happens obviously to more men, or you've had one from being pregnant, listen to this podcast episode. If you have one right now, they are the people to talk to, even if you're not in Boston or you can't go there. Insurance covers them, by the way. They're top doctors. They're amazing. Okay. The Sarah Fraser Show on TikTok and Reddit. Bye, everybody.